Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Jim Masters. We're here at the BCTV television studios in Branford, Connecticut, and this is the 2019 MLK, Martin Luther King Breakfast Preview Show. This is something that we've been doing for several years now here at BCTV, community service for all the residents in Branford and surrounding towns, and we are celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his amazing legacy and life and accomplishments and inspiration and perspective. And this is the 34th year of this amazing breakfast that happens here in Branford. And this year, because of its success and because of so many people wanting to participate, roll up their sleeves and be a part of it, as well as join us for an amazing pancake breakfast and more, it's going to be happening this year at the Branford High School. We're going to be talking about the amazing day that it is. I've been to many of them, and I tell you, it's very inspirational. There's prayers, there's camaraderie, there's people of all ages, and if you've never been to this event, it's very affordable, and it's really a joyous event, too, and it's a wonderful community event, and it's my honor, once again, to host this show, previewing it. We're going to air this throughout December and January, leading up to the actual breakfast coming up. It's actually a nationwide event that happens across the United States, and Branford participates in it. It has for some 34 years. Now, joining me, I have a wonderful and expert panel of experts, the MLK Committee, Breakfast Committee. Starting off to my right here is Mary Fitzperry. She's an MLK Breakfast Committee member, and she's also at the St. Stephen's AME Zion Church. Good to see you again, Mary.
Good to see you.
To the right of Mary, joining us is Reverend Alberta Woody. She's also an MLK Breakfast Committee member, Associate Minister, St. Stephen's AME Zion Church in Branford as well. Good to see you, Reverend.
Good to be here.
And joining us today, special guest, Mindy Baker from the MLK Breakfast Committee. She's a member as well. And she knows that those pancakes are going to be good because she's a culinary instructor at Branford High School, where the event is happening this year. Nice to welcome you, ladies. Happy holidays, and good to have you with us again.
Good to be here.
And welcome for the first time as well. So this is an amazing event that happens, again, nationwide, and it's so beautiful that Branford also has participated in it for, over 3 decades. How important do you feel, and I'll ask each of you separately and then collectively, how important do you feel an event like this is, not only to the town of Branford, but to individuals, when it comes to understanding the legacy of Dr. King and also the camaraderie that results from it?
You can answer first, and I'll...
We'll flip a coin.
Well, to me, this is a great event because it speaks to his legacy of unity and bringing our community together as one, and to break down the adversity we have amongst ourselves. We need to be more like him and want to have that camaraderie, want to be as one nation instead of being divided by colors and by sex and by different things and income. Yeah. We want to learn to work and we want to teach our children. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I think we as the committee always strive to not only bring in the young people and to help them to learn the legacy so that maybe they can make this world a better place. Exactly. As they learn about what Dr. King represented.
And Mary, how do you feel about all that? Yeah.
I feel the same as Reverend Woody. I also feel that it's important as individuals of color to lift up Dr. King and show people that we're African Americans who appreciate his legacy from our perspective, mm-hmm. but also for the United States, for our cities, our towns, and for the universal world, because he was a man of color, but he looked beyond the color
right.
and looked at the heart of the person. He didn't make differences of male, female.
Judgments.
No judgments, just an open heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think especially this time of the year, are more mindful of opening our hearts to people, but we need to extend that beyond the holiday season.
Absolutely.
The way Dr. King did.
Every day.
And also, I think that it's important that we teach young and old that Dr. King, when he died, he was not as revered as he is now.
Which often
because of the
happens
things
with
that he
public
spoke out
figures.
about.
Right.
And I'm happy, I'm beyond happy that he is revered now because he deserves that.
Right.
But we also have to understand that the reason he was not revered is because he spoke out against the things that were troubling the world at the time.
At the time, right, right.
The sanitation workers, the war, the housing, equal pay, injustices for voting rights, all of those things they weren't happy about him speaking out about. And even our theme this year kind of ties into what he was doing and gives us a call to say we have to do those things now because of the position that we find ourselves in now.
Absolutely.
In this world.
Yeah, we're going through a monumental shift culturally
Yes.
and societal-wise as well. I just think everybody is just examining, do we like the way things are going?
Mm-hmm.
We could do better, all of us collectively. There needs to be more empathy, more kindness, more
Yes.
love,
Mm-hmm.
less angst. Everybody's so frustrated and angry right now. And here's an opportunity to come to something like this, where there's a lot of joy, and where all of that is kept outside, a lot of love, a lot of unity,
Yes.
and everybody is welcome from all walks of life.
All
Everybody
walks
is
of life.
welcome.
All walks
It's a beautiful, beautiful event. Mindy, tell us about your involvement and also what you feel is the importance of a day like this wonderful breakfast that happens in January.
I just think it's great to have the students participating. I think Martin Luther King saw the value of children participating as well. That I had read that he thought that it was a secret weapon for change. Mm-hmm. So I loved the involvement of my culinary students as well as other students in the high school from various sports teams and clubs that they could take part or attend with their families the breakfast, and just ultimately not just pausing to honor Martin Luther King, but really embracing his mission in this climate. And you go there, and every day we have examples of how different we are, how different we think politically, but it's a day where you come together and you realize how much more we have in common as opposed to how different we are. So
Exactly.
And I think that's one of Dr. King's primary messages was no matter the difference, love conquers all. And when we're at that breakfast, it's not if you're a Democrat or a Republican or independent or what your view is. It is a coming together of people on one accord
Right.
for celebration.
We actually need more events like this. Let me tell the folks about the event. It's, again, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Breakfast. It's happening Monday, January 21st, 2019 at 8:30 a.m. at Brantford High School here in Brantford, Connecticut at 185 East Main Street. Very easy to get to, plenty of parking. The tickets are only $10. That's right, $10. Children 5 to 12, just $5. And at the time of the taping of this broadcast, there are sponsorship opportunities available as well. There is a Facebook page, and there's going to be lots of great music. There'll be, of course, prayer. The Brantford Music Makers are going to be performing. Once again, Brantford High School culinary arts students will be helping with the kitchen. And there'll be things like eggs and bacon and sausage, pancakes, maybe even some grits, which are delicious, coffee and orange juice. And this year's theme, which Mary was referencing, is an individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. And that really was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes.
To the
Yes.
you know,
And
umpth degree.
It's time for us to stop thinking just about ourselves and start rethinking about others, especially in this time and in this climate where so many people are homeless and so many people are hungry. And sometimes we go inside our own homes and close the door and we act like there's nothing
Right.
else around us. But
Right.
we have to remember there's others out there that need our help,
Right.
that need us to be a part of the community and to participate in the community. And you know, we've been blessed with homes and with jobs, and so we have the means to be a help to someone else. And I love when we come together at the breakfast, because we come together as a community, but we come together also to reach out and to help. Because all the money we take in, we give back out into our community. It's not something that we just try to keep building and profiting from, but we do it
Exactly.
so that we are a part of our community.
And this started at the church level.
Yes.
Give some historical perspective to our audience if they're not familiar with it. At the church level, and it has been all these years, but now you're noticing, I guess, a lot of the community, and it's becoming a civic
Yes.
event as much as it is a church and spiritual related event. And that's a beautiful thing, right? As
Yes.
more and more people get involved.
Yes, yes, and we welcome more members from our community. We want you to come in. We need your ideas. We need to have your input so that we can make our breakfast better each year.
Absolutely.
So the more that we have people participating from the community, the better our breakfast will be.
I would imagine, Mindy, that the kids from the high school are really excited about this. And is there a lot of preparation in getting all of this together? Because it's a massive undertaking. Last year at the church, it was an overflowing crowd. It got everybody in, but it was overflowing, standing room only. Now you have much more space with the high school. So having the high school involved, the kids must be really excited about something as important as this, right?
Yes, especially it's a day off for students, so many of them volunteering is just really wonderful. I know I've been attending this breakfast since about 2005, and when my first daughter was born, and it's been a great message on that day off to see why we have the day off, and you leave there feeling just great about where you're living and the message that you receive at the breakfast. So it adds meaning to the day, and I know my students will really enjoy being part of a mission like that.
See, that's another thing that it does too, is it fosters volunteerism, which is really becoming big with the younger generation too. They say in recent statistics that they are rolling up their sleeves and wanting to volunteer, be a part of things, grassroots, you know, authenticity, organic type things. And this is a phenomenal thing to be a part of. So I imagine that they, like you say, they're all excited, and it's a day off, but they're, instead of taking the day off and just staying home,
Right.
they're participating in a major event like this, which is wonderful, isn't
And
it?
if you've never attended the breakfast, to hear the students sing,
Oh,
Yeah.
I look forward to it every year since I've been here, because they just sing from their heart and their soul, and it just warms you and makes you feel like you're in the right place for the right time.
Right.
And they are wonderful. I mean, their
Music
voices,
Yeah,
these
the
children
harmonies,
sing.
Yeah.
Oh, they can sing.
It's,
You really should. The
music's
breakfast is
healing.
wonderful. The breakfast is
Those
wonderful.
pancakes are good.
But those children
There are
singing.
there are
Yes.
other
It's-
elements, right? There are
Yes.
there are
Yes.
speeches. There's the music. It's an event. It isn't just the food. When the food is fantastic.
Yes.
But and it's a big part of it. But that's not the main thing. But the music, and of course, music is very uniting. It's a universal language, and it's very healing. So when you hear these harmonies and you hear the passion and the singing, also we got to make mention that the special guest this year, somebody very special, Brantford native. We were last year we were very happy to have Senator Ted Kennedy Jr. with us, and this year Beth Chandler, who is a Brantford native, social justice advocate, and Beth is the president and CEO of Boston's YWCA, a former professional basketball player. Beth received her undergraduate degree from Harvard University and her MBA from Columbia Business School, and her breadth of incredible work experience encompasses program development, delivery, evaluation, business development, and operations. And she's coming back to her hometown to celebrate this wonderful event. Now that's terrific, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. And when she lived here, she was such a big participant in the community. So many people know her. They know her to be a person who's willing to work and to do and to help and to participate. And she was a very big part of this community, even as a child when she was here. So it's going to be wonderful to have her come home. And I hope that many of her friends and family members and everyone will just come out and support this event for her, because it's going to be a homecoming. And we want all of her high school friends, all of those people who know her and know about her to come and to be a part of our breakfast, because it's going to be just wonderful.
Isn't that
I think
great?
she's going to be such a great asset to us this year.
That's terrific, and she's a great role model for the kids as well, to see somebody who has grown up here in this shoreline town in Connecticut and has really done so well, but also at the same time, the key to life isn't just doing well, but it's giving back.
Giving back.
It's, a successful person is one that gives back as well. That's some of the greatest success, as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. fostered, that we all should do as well. And you guys are doing. I mean, you're participating in this. You're giving of your time. How does it make you individually feel to be a part of this yourselves?
It makes me feel good. It's something that I grew up doing. My parents were very active in the community, and they had us involved in the community as well. So it's just an extension of who I am, and I love doing it. And if I can help someone in any way,
then you're right there.
I'm there, and it makes me feel good.
And of course, every day you're fostering all of this. This is what you do. You have a direct connection to above. So for you, this must be an extra joyous
it's
event.
very joyous. I love this breakfast. I came to this community about 10 years ago. I moved in to this community, and it's just been wonderful. I've just recently started participating in the breakfast, but I attend it every year, and it was just a wonderful event, and it was so exciting to come and to be a part of it. And so now to be on the other side of the table and actually working in it, it's just so fascinating and so wonderful as people come together and as we get it all in order and as it comes together and as we get more of the children involved. It's wonderful working with them. I love to watch them as they serve the people, because they're just so happy to do it. And it's just an exciting event, and it's a wonderful experience, and it's just joyous to do it. And I hope we can continue to do it every year.
Absolutely. Again, it's a national event as well, but done right here in Brantford for some 34 years. And if you're learning about it for the first time, hey, you can come this year, coming in 2019. It doesn't matter if you have not been to the previous breakfasts. Everyone is unique and everyone is special. And Mindy, too, how does it make you feel to be participating as you are? You've gone to them, now you're actually really in the hands-on thick of it.
Well, I'm just really happy to help, and I think that the rewards come when you are giving back, if not even more. Just how you, when you can touch other people with your gifts, and when you tap into what your gifts are, and you can help kids tap into the gifts they have, it's very, very rewarding. So I'm really happy to be part of it in that way.
It's really terrific. I mean, when you really think about it, again, this is something that's happened for so many years, and here is the opportunity to actually roll up your sleeves and participate. I want to make mention of a couple of things. I want to get the phone number out too for more information. It is 203-467-9180. Again, for more information on this event and sponsorship opportunities as well. We are recording this in December, so you can still check that out. 203-467-9180. And there is a Facebook page too. Yes, we are hip to social media here. Of course we are. You can go to Dr., that's DR, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast. That's again Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast. There is a Facebook page as well. Again, the telephone number 203-467-9180. The tickets are just $10. That's right. And children 5 to 12, just $5. You can't even go to a fast food place to get a breakfast like this for $10. It doesn't exist. All made right here by the students in Branford. Guest speaker, again, Beth Chandler, President and CEO, Boston YWCA. And the location, again, this year, coming up Monday, January 21st, 2019, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Breakfast. All are welcome. 8:30 a.m. It is Branford High School. Good way to kick off your day with a hearty breakfast and some wonderful spirit and a lot of joy. 185 East Main Street in Branford. So tell a friend. Go on the Facebook page, spread the word, share the page as well. And again, it's just one of those events that we need more of, actually, I think, because in having gone to them, there is just something about you. You're just on a high the rest of the day and beyond, just because of everything that you experience and everything you see. And you get a chance to meet a lot of people in the town, a lot of neighbors and people that are in town government and people from other areas too, surrounding towns that want to participate because it's such an important event. So overall, it's just a joyous occasion, right?
Yes.
It is. And I just want to reiterate, all the funding goes to help the community, to the all assistance for seniors, and also for the food pantry. So we do not keep any money. We do this to help others.
That's right. Yeah, say that again so people, if they're just tuning in, that the proceeds are going to a couple of very important...
Two very important groups. Fuel assistance for seniors, because seniors have lived their lives, they've given so much, but there are times when they need assistance because of the weather is really bad, they're limited income. We do not want to see them cold. So we do this to help raise funding to help them, and the other portion of the money goes to the food pantry to help others to get food.
I mean, heating and food in the wintertime, that's, it's such a beautiful thing. And every year, that's what they do. That's not something that they're doing just this year, because it's the in thing to do to give back. It's something that's been from day one. And that's really important, right? When giving back, not just the breakfast itself, but these proceeds are helping others long term.
Oh, yeah.
Families, children. You know what's nice about this event too is when you see the youth there, because they might not know as much about the legacy of Dr. King, but by going to this event and witnessing what they witness and hearing what they hear, some of the conversation, the prayers, the music, it sparks that interest. So when they go home, they want to start Googling and start checking, who was this phenomenal man that they were talking about and celebrating. So it's great to bring young people too, because they may have heard this name in passing because it's been a number of years now. But it's a wonderful way to spark the interest and understanding and appreciation.
It is, and even if as you're walking around, you hear the conversations at every table. And so sometimes young people kind of get that from those who are older, and they're sitting there and they're having that conversation about, well, you remember when this happened or that happened. And so it's just wonderful because you go table to table and everybody is talking something about what Martin Luther King did or what they remember about him or, you know, what they experienced. And it's just wonderful to hear the conversations, how they, oh, well, yeah, you know, well, that's a good thing, you know, and he did this and he did that. It's just wonderful because they all, when they're leaving, when they're sitting and they're talking amongst themselves, they're all talking about
Right,
that
exactly.
day.
Yeah.
And they can connect the dots too because they can realize that maybe some of the freedoms or the things that are experienced today are because of his efforts and his vision then.
Yes.
So they can say, oh, so this is why, and connect the dots further, right, Mindy?
Right.
Which is a
Absolutely.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there isn't anything better than putting your beliefs into action. That's the best way to motivate others. You know, and again, this climate, we have many opinions, but I think if you're just showing where you stand on things, doing good things for others, it's the best way to influence in a positive way young people in the community through your
Absolutely.
actions. So-
Absolutely. We've only got about 3 minutes left. Fast half hour. This went quick. Any final words, anything you'd like to say to folks that are watching right now, and I'll start with each of you in this direction, to encourage them to come and join us at the breakfast?
Sure. Well, I can't wait to meet Beth Chandler. I've never met her before, and just reading about her, hearing about her, and I think that it's a great opportunity for the community to come out and meet her. She was a star at Branford High, and you know, state championships, multiple championships. So I think I'm just really excited to hear what she has to say.
That's going to be wonderful.
Yes. Well, I just want to encourage people to come out. Take an hour or two from your day and just come and be a part. And you will reap the benefits when you leave. You'll be so excited of what you hear and what goes on. And you'll have a full stomach and a happy heart when you leave us because you will have enjoyed your morning.
You can't top that, a full stomach and a happy heart. That should be the slogan going forward. Full stomach, you've got it all covered. How do you top
Full stomach and a
that?
happy heart, yes.
And Mary?
I think my parting words would be to come out and participate with us. This is a community event. If you are in the shoreline or Branford, New Haven, wherever you're at, come to the high school. This is our new location. Do not forget that.
Absolutely.
And we have a fantastic speaker,
It's going to be great.
wonderful food, wonderful singing, and a joyous time.
I want to thank my very special guests joining me, Mary Fitzperry, as well as Reverend Alberta Woody and Mindy Baker. Thanks to all of you for being with us here on the
Thank
preview
you.
show.
Thank you.
And we will see you there, right?
Yes.
And one more time, it's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Breakfast, Monday, January 21st, 2019, 8:30 a.m. at Branford High School, 185 East Main Street. Tickets are just $10 each. Children 5 to 12, just $5. Guest speaker Beth Chandler, Branford native, President CEO of Boston YWCA. We hope to see you there. For all of us here at the committee as well as BCTV, I'm Jim Masters. Thank you for joining us. We wish you the best of the holiday season, and we'll see you in January at the MLK Community Breakfast. Thanks for joining us.